have Hellraiser here in the room with us. How are you today, Hellraiser?
I'm all right. I'm just enjoying the weather out here.
And there you have it. Hellraiser's outside right now. He's enjoying the weather. That's good. That's good.
Uh,
He actually just had a new
sunny,
Hot
warm.
Wheels video drop in a couple days. I think it was like 2 to 3 days ago. He dropped a new Hot Wheels YouTube video. If you guys wanted to check that out, you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, so Hot Wheels Beat That happens to have a major glitch in it that makes I don't know. It has a big glitch, and that glitch is incredibly frustrating, infuriating. I'm kind of surprised they even got past testing.
Some curiosity. That was soul crushing. Currently, I had just been started utilizing the quiz feature on my posts that I come out with every day. But I know Hellraiser has some plans to start also doing like the post feature as well as implementing the shorts into his channel so he can engage in like get more engagement on his channel and kind of improve uh
Oh no,
the
no, no, no.
amount of content coming out here.
Actually, check your Discord.
What was that?
Check your Discord right now. I'm tagging you,
Oh, gotcha. But
quick
yeah,
as you can.
what's
Sorry.
no, no, you're good. I wasn't understanding what you're saying. Okay. Pretty soon here we're gonna be introducing a new member to the stream who will be a regular. His YouTube channel is called Golden Gem Games. I I don't believe he has a Twitch. I think he does like his YouTube videos and his streams all on his YouTube channel. So if you guys wanted to check out Golden Gems Games channels, I will have a link to his channel by the end of the podcast on the description of this podcast. So if you guys wanted to subscribe to him afterwards, you can. He'll be joining us here in a couple minutes, but yeah, no, he's been in the content game for a long time, on and off. He has other projects he does work on that he will talk about, but I'm not going to go any further into that so that he can tell us about it when he gets here in a sec. Anything you're looking forward to on that, Tony or Hellraiser?
I, I don't know. Uh, I guess I can look forward to some of the Yu-Gi-Oh content.
Yeah, that's kind of he is pretty knowledgeable on Forbidden Memories actually. Really, really knowledgeable on it. But regardless, he'll talk about the kind of stuff he's done with that. What's up, Goofy? How's it going? Welcome to the podcast. Through you're watching on YouTube, it looks like. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it. But yeah, any minute now, we should be having Golden Gem Games come on here right now. So if you'd like to join us here any second, feel free to come on now. And if you want to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hey, Golden Gem Games, what's up, dude?
I'm having a nice day. It's good to finally be on here for once.
For sure, and we just
Sorry,
kind
that
of
was
got
not.
started, so you're kind of just into the thing of it here a week after episode one. What is it you want to talk about today so far? Kind of starting off here, you want to introduce yourself first? You can.
So, it's true what Mexi said before. I don't really use Twitch. Everything I do is on YouTube, and I mostly work on a series I call Poking Fun at, where it's similar to What Everything Wrong With, but it has a little twist on it to make it my own version. And so far, I've been covering different episodes of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Um, I also have some plans for the future. I was gonna go back into streaming again soon because I haven't been streaming in a few months, but I'm gonna get back into it soon. I'm just trying to figure out what I want, which game I want to stream. I might do a poll on that later. Uh,
No, yeah, I mean
it'll
that's
probably be
go on.
yeah. It'll probably be like Tuesdays through Thursdays, like it used to be, probably. Uh, I'm starting to wonder if I should start doing them in the evening instead of in the middle of the day like I used to do.
Hmm.
Because it's just easier to do it in the evenings now. Uh the only thing I'm kind of the only thing that kind of sucks about that is it'll probably end up being around the same time that Mexi does his.
For the most part, I'm really inconsistent on when I actually do my streams. Like right now, I actually have been doing on Monday through Thursdays, but like whether I start at like 6 p.m. or start at like a 10 p.m. is like kind of like a coin toss. So my streams might sometimes be at the same time as his, and then other times they may not be.
I'll figure out how late I'll make them. It'll probably be like 8 or 9 or something.
No, I get you. You kind of have your own circumstances, so you can only start streaming once it's truly quiet at your place.
Yeah, there's a little too much unpredictable commotion during the day, especially during the summer. And well, the summer is close approaching, so trying to stream in the day would just be a mistake.
And you were talking about like the possibility with me the other day of like implementing your shorts and stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking of take when I stream, after I done streaming, I'll like look through the streams and find any noteworthy parts.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, no, shorts are super easy. You just kind of take a piece out of like something you've already uploaded, whether it be a stream or a video, and just cut it out and just upload it as its own short. YouTube makes it super easy. And actually, it's the interesting thing about YouTube
Well,
Shorts is, correct me if I'm wrong, but based on what I've seen before, I am pretty sure that you can only make and upload YouTube Shorts through the YouTube app on your phone or on a tablet, but you can't do it from a computer at all.
you can't? I thought there was a clip feature for streams that let you do it.
There's a clip feature, but the clip feature is a separate feature from the Shorts feature. I know it's really dumb.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know.
I
uh
screw YouTube sometimes.
what was what about like the I know you had some experience making video games. You had like Metal Light Wars, and then you also had like a couple mods for like you had Mario Kart and Forbidden Memories that you had done in the past. Um, but but since
Yes.
the incident, you're gonna start new projects for each of those games. So I don't know if you wanted to go over that history of like what you have completed and what you plan on doing here pretty soon.
Yeah, so I had this project, a very long-term project. I started it all the way back in like 2020. I was making a Mario Kart 64 mod called Jared Kart, and unfortunately, due to circumstances, my hard drive got wiped a few months ago. So I couldn't finish it, even though I was like 98% done with it, which, yeah, that sucks. But it didn't dissuade me. I decided, you know what? A lot of the tracks and a lot of the data I coded back then was from like an outdated version of the tools that we have. I'm like, today, the Marker 64 modding scene is so much more sophisticated than it was 5 years ago. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just make a new mod that's better. And that's actually something I'm currently working on. Not right now, I mean like it's something I'm in the middle of working on is the new Jared card. And yes, Forbidden Memories is another game I've modded. I made a mod called Video Game Versus, and hell, I'm actually working on a new one as well. Because I want to just throw my hat into the ring again and go more in depth on it. Because the last mod I did, I didn't really change that much about the game. Like most of the story was basically the same. I just kind of put custom cards in and just kind of balanced the game and just called it a day.
Mm-hmm.
But in this mod, I'm changing everything. I'm gonna like completely reskin the whole game on top of a new story. Everything's gonna be different. It's gonna be a lot more work, but it's gonna make it more interesting of a mod because of that.
Gotcha. Well, that's kind of exciting here, honestly. Um, for the most part, you seem to have things pretty figured out. Did you want to talk about like your journey through like voice acting a little bit too? I know that's like one of the things you're passionate about as well, outside of like making mods and then also doing content creation on YouTube.
Interesting thing about voice acting is it's something that's kind of picked up a little more recently than the game development because being making video games was something that kind of became a dream in my head ever since I was like a little kid. It's something I've wanted to do like my whole life. But voice acting, it was like a thing I've thought about sometimes. It seemed fun, but I didn't really get into it until only a few years ago when I actually started to try it. And I started to have a lot of fun with it. And especially after I joined this one voice acting group on Discord a couple years ago, it really got me into it because these guys were like no pushovers. Like these guys, they were trying to take their project into the big times. Like their professional standards basically forced me to learn a lot about voice acting I would have never known. And I had to get a lot of equipment I never would have thought I needed. I ended up having to get an XLR mic with a Scarlett box just to qualify for the project. And I had to like pad my walls and all of it, and it is worth it because it improved my voice quality like huge from what it used to sound like.
Oh, really?
I'm actually yeah, I'm glad that the community helps me out with that because one of their members, he was like the audio expert. He actually found a good deal for the XLR mic I needed. Like he went out of his way to find a cheap deal for me to get so that it would cost less money. I ended up only having to pay like $100 for the mic, even though it would have normally costed like 150.
Gotcha.
And
That's
it's a
a
good
really
deal.
nice
Yeah,
deal. That's
it
a
was a
really good
great
find
deal.
you got there.
What was that, Tony?
And he said it was a good deal.
Oh yeah, that
I
is.
said he had a good friend. He
Yeah.
had a good
So
friend.
the only thing about the voice acting is that my voice acting is not like currently like an active thing at the moment because I need to get something for my wall again. But once I do that, I can get back into the voice acting scene again. And hopefully, they actually told me that because they're going big and these guys are actually contacting studios and all that, if I stick with them long enough, I might actually start getting commissioned actual voice work, like paid voice work. If I stick with them long enough, that could eventually happen. And I think that would be awesome.
No, yeah, that actually would be pretty cool for sure.
It would be for a lot.
And on top of all these other
To
projects,
Mexi,
huh?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, should we keep going with this, or do you want to introduce the next cast member?
Um. Let Golden Gem Games finish what he was gonna say, and then we can get MTZuul up on here.
So I also
Okay.
not only ROM hack, but I've even made my own games from scratch too. And I use the Godot game engine currently. That's another project I got fucked by the hard drive incident, but I'm still trying to make them again because I'm stubborn. But I will have more games like that made eventually. It just takes a long time to make those.
All right, that's pretty good to hear so far. So why don't we kind of just get onto it and introduce our guest today, which is the first guest we've ever had on Cucui podcast so far, up to date as it is episode 2. We bring to you MTZuul, another content creator or streamer here primarily, actually.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Yo,
going?
Zool.
Hey, hi. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. We're glad to have you here. Honestly, the first thing, if you just kind of want to introduce yourself to everyone and tell them a little bit about what you do.
Sure. Basically, I'm known as MTZuul, also known as Zool, Mount Zool. What else have they called me? Basically, the variations thereof of that name. Been streaming consistently for a year now, and but I started way back during those years, 2020. Oh my goodness, those were some years.
Oh
I
yeah.
got I got
Let's not
started
go back
actually.
there.
Oh yeah, basically I got started by I wanted to do some Mario 64 speedrunning, and of course I had a way to record my attempts, and Twitch was a very convenient platform for that. Obviously, almost no one watching, but still, it was fun. And it wasn't until really a year ago, and a few more months, that I began doing this consistently after getting about the minimum requirements to be to be allowed to do all the crazy stuff, the point system and the ads and all that stuff. I've been doing that since whenever I have free time, and I do enjoy playing, like I already mentioned Mario 64. I enjoy obviously Splatoon. I mean, look at me. And I also enjoy fighting games in general. A bunch of others too. Not very good at any of that, but hey, I still enjoy them.
Yeah,
That's good.
no. You did ask me the other day about Mortal Kombat X. It's been a while since you asked
Yeah,
me that, but I do play it. It's probably the best Mortal Kombat in my opinion.
It's better
I
than
I have
11.
to agree too. I got to agree with that
Yeah.
too. It's pretty good.
I've played 11 and 12, and I like 10 more than
I
11 and
think I think
12.
12 was
Hmm.
even worse than 11. I would rather play 11 than 12.
Yeah,
I'm a
See,
little
for
mixed
me,
on
totally
that.
agree. Totally
for
agree.
me, 12 has better gameplay, but like way worse quality of life and worse at like everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
10 just got it right.
Yeah, they
Yes.
got it. They nailed it.
Yeah, well, for
Totally
one,
nailed it.
for one, it's fast, which majority of people
Hmm.
prefer.
Yeah,
I never bought the DLC because I just bought XL after everything was out.
me too.
I
Patience
know.
Yeah,
patience
I
is
got.
key.
So
That's
the
what we did.
Don't buy the
Yeah.
The
DLC
only
patience is
separately. Just buy it all bundled.
Oh yeah,
the
yes,
way
only
more
thing
convenient.
the only thing about 11 I liked was the funny augments, but that's about it.
yeah, actual spirit battle mode.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about the only fun thing in the game.
Whenever the four of
Oh
us play
man.
Splatoon together, MTZuul has to carry.
Yes,
Bro is
Oh
the
my
Inkling
goodness.
veteran.
he
And I'm
is.
sure I
The
am.
You, did you know a funny thing? There is a viewer of mine. We call her Pina.
Oh,
She's
I think
crazy.
she's been on my stream like once before because she was with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
she
yeah.
usually sticks around. Yeah, and let me tell you, she's crazy at the game. Whenever she's on, she's the one that carries the rest of us.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't she?
Nice.
Wait, was she
Yeah,
there the last time I played with you?
yeah, she was there.
She was the one that was
I
like
think I.
pressing the offense like a crazy person.
She was right up there in their spawn. Like,
Yeah,
imagine
like
that. Going
yeah,
2v1s over there. Crazy.
she like YOLOing right into the enemy base, like yo.
You know, and the crazy part is she makes it work. I don't know how. She makes it work. She's that crazy.
She's just
It's
built
like, man, I
different.
can't be that aggressive. Not with my
I mean,
sploosh-o-matic. I get freaking murdered for trying that.
I can be that aggressive but only because I have a shield.
I mean, when you're way better than the other players, you can kind of do what you want. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah. She
Exactly.
basically enables the rest of us. Like once she's out there distracting the enemy team, we're like, yeah, it's our time to do whatever we know what to do,
Because
right? Like
they're trying
Yeah.
to kill Pina so badly that all of you are just covering turf.
exactly. Oh, even better, we get some kills just because they're so concentrated on Pina, they ignore the rest of us. So we can protect her even better because they're just trying to kill her exclusively. It's crazy.
Yeah, my strategy is to just cover paint anyway, so if people aren't attacking me, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, those times they weren't attacking you, they were too busy dealing with Pina. That's why.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Zool's pretty good at melee too. When I play as Peach, that thing actually converts a lot of damage.
Oh man, the Peach has some crazy stuff. Like
Yeah.
Peach
she can
is Peach is nasty.
But honestly,
like
it's not the worst thing I can play against. I think I would rather play as a Sheik player. I would rather play against a Peach player than play against like Ice Climbers or Jigglypuff.
yeah, 100%. Because at least Peach is punishable.
Yeah.
And once you get her in a bad position, it's easy to press the advantage against her. The thing
Yeah.
is, if you miss something, if you make a small mistake, Peach is going to
That rest
Hungry
is so
Box come at
good.
you.
I mean, and if you're a fast faller, good luck.
oh yeah. Combos for
Everyone's a
days.
fast faller in melee.
There is floaties
Well,
in that game. Like I know Peach falls
Peach is a
slowly.
floaty.
Jigglypuffs fall slowly.
Mario kind of falls
Yeah,
slowly, and
Mario
Luigi
does.
too. Even Link. Link falls pretty slow.
I noticed a lot of
Honestly, I
people
tried.
have pocket Marths. A lot of people on
Oh
Slippy
yeah.
have pocket Marths. Like I beat their
Oh
first
yeah.
character in ranked,
It's
and they'll
so
go Marth
easy.
afterwards.
Oh my
It's so
goodness.
easy.
That's
I
true.
swear, Fox and Melee fall so fast. It's like an anvil tied on top of an anvil.
And that's unironically, that's kind of why he feels good to play once you actually get like good at his short hop stuff. It feels amazing,
Oh,
actually.
Yeah,
that's true.
I guess I just don't get it. I kind of
I
hate how fast he falls.
I'm kind of
Well, it's
glad.
because you didn't laugh him.
I'm really glad I'm hearing that
Or
from
at least,
Hellraiser because I remember trying to teach him how to short hop back then, and he was bad at it in like practically every Smash game, I think. So this is when I started teaching probably a little bit after I started teaching him Ultimate, but I remember telling him just practice short hopping with Fox and Melee. If you can short hop with Fox and Melee, you can short hop with any character in the series.
That's
And
yeah.
true. That's
I
true.
like for me, short hopping with Fox is easy right
Hmm.
now, but
Yeah,
it's not for
like
everyone.
the big advantage fast faller has in melee is that you basically can attack someone in the air, go back to the ground to reset your jumps, and go back into the air again and do it again. You basically juggle anyone with that.
Also, fast falling has the inherent property of being able to feint attack. So you can just short hop fast fall, do nothing,
Oh
and it
yeah,
looks
that's
like you might
true.
be feinting an attack. And it's so
Yeah.
scary. That's like half of Fox's offense is the mental pressure of it.
Oh, that's true. Basically, in melee, especially being in the air puts you in disadvantage. So the least amount of time you spend in the air, the better.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about Jigglypuff? Isn't Jigglypuff supposed to be a monster in the air?
She breaks the rules.
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
breaks the
honestly,
rules.
Yeah, no.
honestly, it's so
Remember,
cool that
in
like
all metas, there is a rule
it's
breaker.
so
Yeah,
cool that
Jigglypuff
melee
thrives in the air, basically.
is
Yeah, she's the only one that does.
so cool that melee has been out for like almost 30 years and the meta still changes. Like Junebug has carried Donkey Kong so high on the tier list, it's kind of hilarious.
Oh, it's
Like he has
crazy.
the flow chart so figured out. He knows when to retreat to ledge. He knows when to throw out bears. He knows when to go for a grab. Like if he ever retires, future DKs will literally have the blueprint by just being able to watch old Junebug sets. They'll have the blueprint.
Oh,
Literally.
yeah. The
Yeah.
benefit of the internet.
Yeah.
Melee is kind of unique like that. A lot of fighting games that stick around for a long time will usually have their tier list basically set in stone after a certain point. But I guess this is one of those cases where it never does.
We'll never
Yeah.
know when the experimentation will stop.
Yep.
But it's what keeps the game fresh as well. I mean, that's the reason it's survived for so long.
That's true. It's been the longest surviving Smash game for a reason.
And it
Mhm.
became it spawned a meme. It's not Melee.
Dude,
Oh
I
man.
swear to God, one stock in melee is like not a lead because like there are so many like how common it is for me to be a stock behind and then just
Mhm.
annihilate their current stock and bring it back to even or vice versa the other way around is like insane.
That's exactly what happened. Does anyone remember S2J's Captain Falcon?
I do.
That's basically
Yeah.
what his entire game plan was. That one stock lead or two stock lead against S2J was nothing.
Yeah. It,
Yep.
his Captain Falcon is really sick. Him and Wizzy are probably my favorite
Mhm.
Captain Falcons.
They're so swaggy.
Mhm. Uh Zool, you're a speedrunner too, aren't you?
You could say that. I
Uh,
do have sometimes posted in speedrun.com.
Gotcha. You kind of just do that for fun or competitively?
Basically for fun. I do enjoy the
More of a
challenge.
casual speedrunner. Yeah.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah, what was in your favorite game like Mario 64? You like 16 stars, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I do 16 stars in Mario 64. I just enjoy the movement in that game. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Super Mario Sunshine to bits, Mario Galaxy, Big Mario, of
Ooh.
course.
Honestly, the movement in Super Mario 64 was pretty ahead of its time. It's really good.
It's
Oh, someone
crazy.
did replaying it. Always replaying 60 FPS because I think the physics work a bit better in it. But like, not physics, excuse me, the controls work a bit better in 60 FPS. That game
Mhm.
feels so good.
It feels
It's
so
so
good.
kinetic. That's the word, kinetic.
Yeah, like Mario feels like he has actual momentum, like he has
The
actual
only
mass.
the only outdated things are the camera and Mario's
Hmm.
weird sloggy motion when you turn around.
Yeah, but usually
That's
that
it.
never comes up. Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah, it
very
comes up more
tiny nitpicks. I think.
See, the second one is partly because it happens more often on a diagonal camera angle. I'm not getting into why it just does, but there
Mhm.
are ways to cancel and circumvent it,
Yeah,
usually pretty easily.
Yeah, you can circumvent. I'm just saying, like, it is a thing that can happen, and
it can happen.
that's something that I feel like modders could probably fix if they wanted to.
It
Um,
bas- it was basically fixing Sunshine even like there Mario feels like it basically copies whatever you do with your controller. He doesn't feel as
Sunshine,
weighty as he does in 64, but
Mm-hmm.
still
Sunshine
he's
might.
very.
I think Sunshine might just have the best, snappiest controlled Mario like ever.
Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Snappy. Mario feels really
Yes.
snappy
Oh
in that game.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Sunshine Mario feels amazing.
he feels great.
Maybe not the
Yes, he
best
does.
physics in the series, but the best controls definitely.
Yeah, it's
Honestly, that
basically
game's level
flawless.
des- honestly, that game's level design arguably holds it back.
A
There
little
is this
bit,
It's
yeah.
mod I
beautifully.
heard about recently. You ever heard of Super Mario Sunshine Arcade?
Haven't heard of it.
I just heard of it like the other day, and I might try it. It's
Hmm.
basically like a level to level game where instead of playing regular Mario Sunshine, you know those like little mini areas you go to where it's like a platforming challenge?
Oh yeah, the
It's
secret
that,
levels.
but that's the whole game is just like over like 96 levels of that.
Oh, that sounds sweet. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
want to play that now.
yeah.
That sounds great.
Specifically get Arcade 2, because Arcade 2 is basically Arcade 1, but with the second half of the game added.
Oh my goodness.
I changed
Yeah.
Nightbot setting just now, so that way if Lumity comments again, it's not gonna time him out for that. I forgot I had to set the
Yeah.
settings last time for both Twitch side and for YouTube side because I have Nightbot on both active, just logged in differently.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but no, it works fine. I kind of like Nightbot because it kind of moderates chat for me, especially if not all of my mods are active at once.
I have to admit, I need to learn how to use Nightbot.
It's
It
really
is so
I
easy,
do.
useful.
actually. It's really easy.
Yeah. Yep.
If you need
I
help
gotta do
setting it
that.
up, I'm sure either me and Golden Gem Games can help you. Also,
Oh, thank
uh,
you.
GGG. Just to let you know, I remember last time I told you to log into your Golden Gem Games account to mod. Honestly, I'm gonna add you as a mod on your alt account as well, so that way it doesn't matter what you're watching on, you'll be able to mod regardless.
If
Hey,
you
that's
want to do
smart
that, that's
actually.
fine.
You also
Yeah.
have a Jared one for Twitch as well, I'm guessing. Or
I'm probably no.
okay,
Only YouTube has it.
okay, cool. That
Mhm.
works for me, so I'll have to do that in the future then. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
For the for the most part, if I did start speedrunning myself, I would probably want to
Mhm.
get the world record for the GBA game, The Lion King 1.5.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to
Oh
seeing that.
Just
yeah.
cause I know how to beat the game already, I know where everything is. The only thing I would have to practice is literally just optimizing my level runs, and that's it.
I'm so looking
Just
forward to seeing that actually.
Yeah.
As for me, if I were to learn a new speed game, well, number one, I probably learn the other Mario 64 categories, but I really would really love to learn how to speedrun. Let me see. Mario Sunshine is one of them, of course. Metal Gear Rising, just randomly, and Toy Story 2.
Oh, Toy Story 2? Yeah, that'll be an interesting one to
the
speed run.
PlayStation version, I'm guessing.
Probably the PC version or the N64 version.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. I know the
I remember
depending on the
I
platform you use, it has different categories. Like if you're playing PlayStation or if you're playing N64 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, the N64 is probably the laggiest version. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened during the porting process, but that game just chugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only does it chug, but they fuck the music bad.
Oh yeah, Jem remembers when I showed him that one. Like, since the N64
Butchered.
has such a limited cartridge memory, and they didn't want to, use the whole 64 megabit cartridge, they used a smaller one. They had to convert the entire music, the entire soundtrack into, well, sequence music, and they did a very poor job of it. And it
Yes.
sounds, it's one of the soundtracks of all time.
Some
That's all I
stuff.
can say.
Some tracks came out okay, but others came out like horrendous. Like Resident Evil Basement terrible.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Like that's how bad we're talking.
yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. As a kid, I had no idea I was missing such a good soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling of missing out. I remember when I played the PlayStation version of Gex 64 as an adult, and I owned the 64 version as a kid, and I'm like, there's like a whole bunch of extra levels. There's like a way better, or it has like more music. There's more quips from the character. I'm like, I was missing all of this as a kid. I'm so mad.
Yeah, it's that feeling when I found out of the original Toy Story 2 soundtrack, like the video game, of course. I was so
Yeah.
mad.
It is a
I
really
did.
good soundtrack. Definitely a top tier PlayStation soundtrack.
For sure.
What happened to Hellraiser though?
I don't know. I guess he just quit.
He's still
Ow.
here, I think. I just think he hasn't had much to say, probably.
Hmm.
At least I assume so. I don't know if his phone had turned off or not, but I don't. Oh, never mind. I see he's not here. Huh.
Yeah, probably hardware issues. Oops. Or
I don't know if
whoops.
something happened or if he just didn't know what to say.
No, I think something happened. I don't think he like left on purpose, technically, or if he did leave on
But
I
purpose, he
hate
probably had to take
Discord.
like a he probably had to take like a phone call or something.
Yeah, I really hate Discord. It just disconnected on me.
oh yeah,
Oh,
I suspected
I've
as
had
much.
this I've had this issue before.
Oh, yep. That tracks. That checks out. For
Mm.
Yeah.
for a second I was confused, but no, glad that's taken care of. Um for the most I don't know if I said my what ranking I got, but when I was playing Melee earlier after my 5 matches, I got
Mhm.
placed in silver 1.
Yeah, that was
Ooh.
pretty good.
Yeah, I think
the like
I
slippy
think like
ranks.
uh there's only so many rankings you can get on this game, and obviously the higher up you go, the
Mhm.
harder it is. I think bronze rank is like where people are just probably learning the game. Silver rank is like you're not really that good yet, but you can kind of do some of the tech semi consistently now, and you're semi consistent
Mhm.
on your combos a little bit. But gold players are way more consistent at their combos and tech and everything.
Yeah, that probably tracks. Like in StarCraft.
StarCraft is so hard, man. I played StarCraft 2 with like my friend and he was trying to get me into it and I'm like
It
there is
it's
so
so
much going. How is he doing so many actions per minute?
it
how does he already infiltrating my base? We just started playing. Like they're so fast. I'm like I
Uh,
barely just did one command and you got all those things coming now? I, I feel
as
like
a
oh,
yeah. Yes,
The
as an Age
genre.
of Empires 2 player, let me tell you, even for me, someone who's played Age of Empires, Rise of Nations, Halo Wars, let me tell you, StarCraft 2 is still very intimidating. It's a very intimidating game to learn.
Isn't that
yeah.
like
But
really old too? They come out in like the early 2000s or something.
2004 or 5 somewhere, whereabouts.
Yeah. And to think that people still play it today, it must be one hell of a game.
It is an amazing game, one of the best RTS of all time, if I'm being honest.
Uh, R-
And
I wouldn't know. RTS is a genre I haven't really dabbled that much into.
I'm terrible at StarCraft 2, but I love watching other people play. And it doesn't matter the level. Like I've seen some bronze players pull off some weird crap, and I still love that crap. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. Like Oh my goodness.
You can find ways to enjoy just about any kind of game if you have the right players.
Oh yeah. It's just that StarCraft 2 gives you so much freedom to do whatever, which is part of the issue of why it's so daunting to learn because good players know exactly what to do. And heck, just by scouting your base for a fraction of a second, they know exactly what you're doing, and they're going to prepare a counter to what you're doing. Not to mention the mind games. What if the other player knows you want to counter their play, so they're already countering their counterplay, and it's a mess, but it's a fun mess.
StarCraft, where the players are mechanics.
Yes,
I,
to be like that sometimes, though.
I swear, StarCraft.
It's like you gotta
feels-
have a degree to play this game.
It feels.
PhD in StarCraft.
I feel like decision making in StarCraft is like way faster than like any fighting game I've ever played before.
Yeah,
Oh,
you basically have to
it
make
seems like it.
yeah,
Faster than a
for sure.
fighting game? That's horrifying.
Yeah, you basically have to adapt on the fly because
Well,
the moment you see the other player like doing a four pull,
I
and you're like,
I
yeah, they're coming in a
I
few minutes. I need to be ready.
I did a little bit of research on it, and generally those games are like real time strategy games, but a lot of those games can like on can practically require like faster input times and whatnot than like even fighting games themselves if you want to keep up and win or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you basically have to maintain an economy, and maintain unit production, micro your army. So it's like 4 or 5 things you're doing at the same time. Because if your economy fails, those reinforcements are not coming. You lose that army, you're done.
Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna play this game like a liberal. I got this. I got this.
Good.
At least with D&D, you don't get rushed into it.
Oh,
I'm sure
man.
if your DM wanted to rush you at D&D to be a prick, I'm sure he could.
Oh, no.
You gotta make decisions. You gotta make decisions in a split second. No decision, you're dead.
Yeah.
That sounds like the assiest DM ever.
I know.
Literally.
Oh, man.
He'd be like as unreasonable as Gordon Ramsay.
Bro, what if I just started playing Dungeons and Dragons on a stream and like I played it on Fridays with people and I was just like the DM or
Bro.
some shit.
Oh, that'd be great.
You're not ready for my decision making.
Have I told you
I'd
guys?
just be like, you just can't open the bag of winds and throw it in a river. Are you sure that's what you want to do? And you're just like, yes. I'm like, okay.
Have I
Free
told you
wins?
guys
Yeah, free-
of-
What?
I wish I had a
Oh, yeah.
game to play multiplayer with on a regular.
How about you guys
Well, I
about
mean-
that time we began playing Dungeons and Dragons with my friends about 10 years ago?
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Basically, it was our first time. We created our character sheets and everything. We were having a good time. And of course, our party starts in a bar because where else will it start, right? All adventures
Yeah.
start in an inn of some sort, of course. So basically, my friend here, he was a Dragonborn. So you can imagine, like, one beefy, I don't know, one unit of a soldier, basically.
Yeah.
Is huge.
Yeah.
Muscles on top of muscles. Anyways. So he basically wanted to call on the innkeeper. The innkeeper, of course, the DM, brushed him off, and he basically hit the table like, I don't know if you could hear that, but he basically
Yeah.
he slapped the table with his hand, and the DM actually said, "Roll for damage."
To the table? That's perfect.
14. The table breaks because of course it breaks. 14
Yeah.
damage from a dragonborn, and now we're already in debt. Not even 5 minutes into the game. Brilliant game.
Bro. Dude, is this Animal Crossing?
The, sto- the story of the heroes having to pay back their debts.
Exactly.
Yep.
It gets worse though because I was like, yeah, we have to plan the stuff we're going to carry. So we had a donkey to carry all of our stuff, to not be encumbered. Well, guess what happens the first time we entered the tutorial dungeon? We forgot the donkey at the very entrance. Once we exit the dungeon, the donkey was nowhere to be found. With everything we had, still with the donkey.
Dang.
So yeah, we got loot from the dungeon. Yeah, fine, but that's all we had. Just dungeon loot. Congrats, I guess.
You
It
can
sounds
sell it
like a
though.
fucking. It sounds like a comedy show. The heroes couldn't pay back their debts, so they tried to go to the dungeon, but their ride home had disappeared.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure a good the Dungeons and Dragons session has to be a comedy.
It definitely
Yes.
does, honestly.
I mean, I'm so jealous. I've never had the chance to actually play a real life game with Dungeons and Dragons with anybody. That sounds awesome.
Definitely depends on the people you play
Yeah,
with.
the
I
how
had
fun D&D is definitely can definitely be very dependent on the people you are playing with. Some people ruin it and some people make it extremely fun.
exactly.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like just get a chance to really geek out and just make your own story and just like pretend to be someone you're not. It sounds
Mhm.
fun.
Yep.
It is. I mean, it's a little bit of acting. You have to pretend to be your character, whatever character that happens to be,
Yeah, that's a really
and
common
stay in character.
mistake. That's a really common mistake that a lot of new D&D players make is that they don't get into their character. They play as themselves as if they were playing as themselves when they should be playing their character.
Yeah,
A
But
exactly.
D&D story, but you're the bad guys.
You
Ooh.
can do that.
you can. I mean,
You
you
can.
can write your own backstory to be a bad guy if you want to. It's nothing against the
Yeah.
rules for that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the saying that the game has rules is kind of funny because it kind of both does and doesn't have rules.
They're
It's
flexible.
Yeah.
like very flexible. Not to mention, there's like a million different books out there with different house rules that people have released over the years.
Oh yeah, sure. And you don't only have like Dungeons and Dragons. There are for other franchises. I mean, you want to play a D&D Star Trek version? There is rule sets for that. So
Ah,
just saying,
nice.
for the
Nice.
Trekkies out there, you can play your own campaigns. For Star Wars, I'm pretty sure there are for Star Wars too. You want to be a
Oh, I
rogue.
think
I know
I've seen one actually.
I've seen a lot of people invest a lot into a game called Warhammer. If you guys ever heard of it before.
Oh,
Yeah.
Warhammer is a whole nother beast. It's
It's a
an
different game
I've
entire
heard
entirely.
of it.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
haven't looked at it, but I know what you're talking about.
like. Did you know that back in the 18th century, generals will usually run war games of sorts in order to, practice actual real life maneuvers? Warhammer
Yeah.
is basically the commercial version of that with fantasy
Yeah,
Nice.
elements.
I've heard a lot of people in the military will actually play chess to strategize.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they played Warhammer too.
Wouldn't surprise me if they threw each other to gutters. Wait, what?
Sir, you cannot go to war with us until you figure out how to get a 100 win streak on Call of Duty. Plays like it finally gets it right, goes out into the war field and real life and gets shot within the first 5 seconds because Call of Duty did it wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was
Wait.
such a letdown. Like, what do you mean I cannot call an airstrike after 5 kills?
No. Hey. You guys know there's a Call of Duty DS game that was designed to be used in the military. It's pretty interesting.
I've already heard of America's Army. That was a PC game, I guess. It was more of a propaganda slash recruiting slash training tool. Never
I've
heard the
heard of
DS
it.
one.
I've seen it.
You got to do a 10 win streak on one person against the whole team on Nuketown.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh,
By
God.
yourself against a full team of players. Nuketown,
Yeah.
let's go.
Because that's all
Get ready for hell.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's probably going to set very awful expectations. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. Zool, have you seen have you seen like some of the videos I've scheduled of me doing like sets against people?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to do a
Look at
best 3 out of 5 soon of like Peach versus Cheek?
sure. I'm
Okay,
up for that. I'm down for
cool.
that. I mean,
Probably
And
same 6 legal stages, and we'll probably do DSR. So
sure. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
I can't wait to analyze and learn nothing because I'm stupid.
yeah, I told
He's
Hellraiser
gonna
I'm
make a
confident I
freakless
could.
chic.
I've told Hellraiser I'm confident I could teach him how to play every Smash game and get him like to decent. And he was like, "Yeah, you probably couldn't for melee because I don't care enough." And I was like, "Well, actually, I'm not confident in teaching melee, so it wouldn't really matter anyways."
Melee.
Teaching
Melee's
melee,
not really my Smash game anyway.
teaching melee is hard, man. I'm just like,
It
Hey,
just
if
do
is.
tech
anything,
skill, just do tech skill.
hey, if anything, Mexi, I'm not confident in teaching you Tekken.
No,
Oh my goodness, second.
which one?
Yeah.
Tekken, whoa. Any of them.
Gotcha.
That's
From
why I
my
should
experience,
pick all of them.
Tekken seems to be the mainstream fighter that I've kind of grown the most attached to out of all of them.
Yeah,
Have you played Soul Calibur?
I have Soul Calibur.
A
I
long
tried
time
it.
ago.
I actually have Soul
I've tried
Calibur through Steam. I don't know if any of you guys have it, but the Soul Calibur that I have is, hold on a sec. I have it on
6, I
here.
think.
Soul Calibur
The
VI,
only
so 6. Yep. I have Soul Calibur
Mm.
6.
the only one I played was 5, and I didn't even own it. It was at like a club. I played it at a club one time. That's like the
Oh.
only time I ever played Soul Calibur.
Oh, I didn't even read Goofy's comment earlier where he says drop it and give me 50 push-ups. No, COD kills.
No COD kills.
Yes.
Oh man.
You must 360 no scope everyone.
Oh,
Oh
that
my
sounds like
goodness.
torture.
Yes.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's gonna be horrible.
I say, Zool, I don't know how much you like Soul Calibur, but I tried Soul Calibur 2 out, and now I just couldn't get into it. Sorry.
You had to get a 75 kill streak, but you had to use a sniper and you can only use it up close.
Oh.
I would actually
No.
have to play Soul Calibur like seriously again to actually test if I like it or not.
Dude, Soul
'Cause
Calibur is a wild game because like I'll be like one more hit from getting a perfect on someone, and then they'll hit me once and I'll fall off the stage because I had bad positioning.
Ring out.
Yeah. just
Oh yeah, like oh yeah,
Ow.
this is some virtual fighter now. We got out of bounds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another series I thought I would like because apparently Virtual Fighter is a bit like Tekken.
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. I prefer Tekken.
I haven't played Virtua Fighter, but of course I tried Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2, of course, on the GameCube. And
Oh, you too.
yeah. And funny enough, no, my favorite character in Soul Calibur 2 is not Link. It happens to be Xianghua. I mean, like, he's good. He's good. I just like the way Xianghua fights in that game a little bit better than Link.
So,
Yeah.
so I'll say like a tiny percent of the reason I got Soul Calibur 2 is because I heard there's a character that command grab with a ridiculous input, and being a command grab lover, I had to do it.
Is that Ivy?
Yes.
She has
Her-
the
her,
craziest
like-
inputs.
Like
Yeah,
down
be
back,
wary.
then, no. I was gonna say down back, then like dragon punch forward to like down to like half circle, then up forward. And I learned the shortcut. People actually found a shortcut for it.
Oh,
What
of
the-
course, there's a
what-
shortcut.
What the hell did I
Yes.
just hear?
If I find out mine, I will send it to you guys.
What
I
kind of
know.
input is that?
Yeah, I'm aware because when I tried Ivy and I saw her move list, I was like, I'm switching characters.
He's
The
like, bro, it's like
shortcut.
this is like a fatality input for a regular move.
It's worse than a fatality input, actually. It's way worse.
Yes. I say the shortcut I've heard is that you do a 720, but end it in up forward, then press grab, and you'll get it every time.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you know him, you know him. He's all about the grabs.
I'm actually, yeah, yeah. I mean, I will say he's
You think he
probably a
plays?
lot more consistent at getting grabs against you for the most part.
So basically, if I were to put you guys into Blaze Blue, you'll be the Taker players then. You know, he's
I've
Me?
yeah,
Maybe.
I've
Wait,
actually
he's
never
okay.
crazy.
played.
He's great.
I've
Wait,
actually never played
Zool.
Blaze Blue.
It's pretty fun actually.
Doesn't Bla- doesn't Blaze Blue have a character named Vera who also has a command grab, but she's fast?
I think it has. It's been a while since I played Blaze Blue. The last one I played is Cross Stack Battle, which is basically the big crossover event. You got characters from Under 19 Birth, from Persona, from Blaze Blue, from Ruby somehow.
What a
Monty
weird
would be
crossover.
proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Mexi played that one.
I do have that
You
one,
did?
yeah.
Oh, you have
wait,
that
He
what?
played
one?
it on
Yeah, my
Yeah.
We
friend
need to
Sean
play.
got me into Blaze Blue in high school on the Xbox 360, and I have it on PC now.
Wait, which persona is it from?
I think
4.
Persona 4 Arena. Yeah, for
Yes.
Arena.
Oh man, no
I,
Joker.
yeah, Joker owning Smash Bros, baby.
Yeah. Oh man, and
Honestly,
we need to play Cross Stack Battle sometime. I miss that game.
Oh, for sure.
there's a lot of anime fighters I've missed out on. Like I haven't
Oh,
played
Um,
Grand Blue either,
Grand Blue,
or
I
mobile,
wouldn't consider.
or Gundam, or any of them. Like I think the
Yeah.
Yeah,
only anime fighters I've really played was like some of the Naruto ones and some of the Dragon Ball ones. That's
yeah,
about it.
but I wouldn't consider Grand Blue an anime fighter. It plays a bit more like Street Fighter, honestly. It's a bit more
yeah,
toned down.
I I've heard people literally say it's Blaze Blue but boring, but I feel like that's such an unfair thing to say.
It is very unfair.
Yeah.
I played Grand Blue Fantasy, and let me tell you, it feels a bit more like Street Fighter, where the neutral game is more important and not the crazy combos that basically eat your entire HP.
I've always had a bit of a controversial stance on combos that deal too much damage.
Yeah, you will love Grand Blue Fantasy Versus because it doesn't have like really huge combos, and you will hate Blaze Blue. What's it called? Blaze
Any of them.
Blue.
Any of
Whatever.
them.
Well, yeah, most of them. Yeah.
You get like fucking Super Dragon Ball Z combos.
There are combos that can take you from 0 to 90%. So yeah, 90%
Okay,
done.
I mean, even though I play Tekken 8, I have to admit sometimes the combos can feel like it takes a little too long to play out. Because like if they do like all the stage interactions in like one combo, you're gonna be sitting there for like 15 seconds not being able to play the game.
Hey, at least it's once
I'm
per
just like,
match.
man, I know, but still, it's like, come on, man, like let me play the game.
There's a
No.
reason
Combo
why. There's a reason why anime fighters usually have a combo breaker system. Yeah, so
combo
if you're,
breaker.
oh, of
Yeah, be some
course,
killer instinct right here.
Killer Instinct, of course. Well, even Blaze Blue
I know
has
Mexi
that.
I know Mexi also has Killer Instinct, I think.
I do have Killer Instinct. Yeah, actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna send you guys I'm just gonna screenshot my home screen and send you guys a picture so you can see what fighting games I have. Because you guys keep talking about fighting games and we keep going back to, oh, Mexi like has that game. I'm just like, okay. Yeah,
I gotta do
do.
the same. I need to do the
Yeah,
same. We'll
hey,
be right back. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Give me a sec
hey,
because like I do have a lot and a lot of them are unplayed because I don't have friends to play them with and I'm bad at a lot of them but I don't really care because they're just fun to play.
This one you
hey,
can
hey.
show publicly. I don't mind. Actually, I want people to see this.
The only thing I try to be good at is Smash games, but fighting games are fun to play.
I
They
think
are.
Hey,
I'm one of
Even
those
if they
people
suck,
who
they are
I'm
fun.
I'm one of those people who jumped onto the fighting game bandwagon like really late. Like I spent most of my life like not really caring about them. It wasn't until a few years ago that I started getting interest in them, and I have Helly who's really into them, kind of getting me to try more and more of them. Um,
Uh,
and
I,
I probably wouldn't have
sorry.
tried half of them if he didn't tell me about them.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Hey,
Do you want to
sorry.
show that picture? Feel free to do so. Those are the fighting games I own, except for the Smash games. I cannot screenshot those.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, that's true. I can't really I can't really screenshot those either, but that's fine. Okay, I
Is
got
it just
it.
like going to be in the chat or something?
I'm gonna put his
Yeah.
is in the chat. Yeah, I'm looking at it right
Mine
now.
is in the
Alright.
chat.
I wanted to say this is a lot of free Cucui gamers content.
All right, let me
Oh
see
yeah,
here.
KOF is another series I'm kind of nervous on trying.
That
Screenshot.
one's actually fun.
It,
It's actually
it's okay. The best way I can describe it to anyone in here is it's like Street Fighter, but a little bit crazier, but with less buttons. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
easiest way
oh
I can
yeah.
yeah.
condense it.
There's
Yeah.
MVC. That's another one I haven't touched yet.
But that's because you're not really into Kusoges.
Yeah, not really.
All right,
I,
guys.
I also haven't played many fighters that are like
There
tag
there's
fighters
both
and
of the
whatever.
there's the full list. It takes 2 pictures just to get all of it.
Oh,
Holy.
damn.
Hang on. Let me
You
see.
do
Whoa.
have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Nice.
I do. Yeah, I mean honestly, if you ever want to play anything that we share in common, Zool, I will play it with you. I have a lot of the same games as you, I'm pretty sure.
It seems
He
so.
even
Do
has
you
some of the
even
games
have?
we have too.
You even have Dragon Ball Fighters? Oh yeah, we do
He
share
ha-
a lot of games. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, he even has Footsie's rollback.
I do have
that
Footsie's
one,
rollback.
that one I don't have.
No! I wanted to prove I am the ultimate Footsie's machine.
I suck at footsies in every single fighting game.
A whole
Whoa,
bunch of Blaze
Footsies?
Blue, Brawlhalla, Dead or Alive, The City of Final Fantasy. I always forget that's even a fighting game.
The City of Final Fantasy,
uh,
the City of Final Fantasy doesn't play like any other fighting game I can think of. It has like its own unique system in my opinion. But
Mhm.
I've heard.
if
yeah,
you guys ever try
fighters.
it, it feels weird. It's like imagine fighting like imagine like a platform fighter, but you can move around in an open world kind of way.
Oh
Oh
yeah, we actually
boy.
have Xenoverse too.
Yeah.
It's not crossplay,
Uh,
unfortunately.
oh yeah, that
Um,
sucks. Guilty Gear. That's another series I haven't jumped into. Oh god, Jump Force. Oh no.
Jump Force is a fun
Oh, I
game.
remember.
I like
I
to in Jump Force I like to play as I like to play as the Pharaoh as a Naruto and then as a Yusuke Urameshi.
The only
no
reason why
way.
right.
I haven't tried it is because this game got like a lot of negativity online. I mean, a
Yeah,
Mm.
ton. People have been shitting on it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh my
guys,
goodness.
it got taken off the store.
What did?
I for really.
What got
Jump
taken
Force
out the
did,
store?
yes.
Jump Force did?
Jump Force, yes.
Oh
Oh,
man.
crazy. I have all the crazy that I have all the DLC for it in the actual game.
Yeah. Now it's
Uh,
lost media. Apparently.
there's even a couple on here I'm not even familiar with,
I
like
for I for
Lethal League. I don't know what that is.
Lethal League,
I
imagine
forgot to
like a
show that
fighting
one.
Oh,
game
right.
slash volleyball.
What?
Yeah. It's actually,
Or like a
yeah.
fighting
No,
game
it's still a
or like
fighting
a
game
fighting
because
game slash tennis. Something like
Oh,
that.
that's funny. That's
Yep.
funny.
yeah,
Multiverses. That's
at least
whatever.
You hit a ball back and forth that you try to
that
attack
game's
each other
dead.
with. It's really great.
Oh, you got all
It's
the
crazy.
Storm games. It looks like
What's up?
you
No,
even
no,
got a
I
One
wanted to say
Piece
about Lethal
fighter.
League,
Yeah, I do.
bro. Um, I wanted to say about Lethal League. That game is crazy because like there's still combos and stuff and like fundamentals to learn. It's just that you're playing volleyball at the same time.
Mm, I see.
Power Rangers, Rivals of Aether,
Wait,
Rushing Revolt.
does he have Power Rangers Battle for the Grid?
Yeah, it's amazing.
He does.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
It is.
Like
Rushdown,
I
Revolt.
sometimes I feel like I'm crazy for being one of the few people who appreciates that game.
Yeah, no, so we need to play it sometime. That game is crazy fun.
It is.
And there's some like Skullgirls on there. There's Slap City, Soul Calibur,
Do you happen to have JoJo's
Street
Bizarre
Fighter.
Adventure All Star Battle R?
Which game?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All Star Battle R.
I do
I
not,
don't
but it's someone I'm
know.
considering.
It's
Field
dumb. It's
83,
a very dumb
Stefan,
game, but it's fun.
Under Night and Birth, and
That's awesome to hear.
you have two. Oh come on, you were 1 year off. I have 2K19. You have 2K20. God damn it.
Oh, you're talking
Oh
about
man.
WWE?
Yeah.
WWE.
Oh, gotcha. I tried doing a
What?
YouTube video on that game with with Hellraiser back then a long time ago, and he did not. And we were both really bad at it, but I figured out how to do pins, and he didn't figure out how to kick out at all. So he just ended up losing like immediately within like the first 5 seconds both games.
Oh
You know,
All I did was
no.
go in and pin. That was it.
what?
I just cannot understand how the game works. Like sometimes it feels like I randomly win or I randomly lose
From
in
my
Oh no,
understanding,
no, there.
from my understanding, the golden era of like WWE games was like I think like from 1996 or 2009, I think, or something like that.
It's a
Oh.
little slimmer than that. I'd say more like the mid 2000s is when it started going down.
No,
Um,
I would say only reason I
uh,
was saying that because I remember 2009 being really fun with a lot of my WWE friends.
so it's the modern series is kind of weird. So No Mercy on the 64 is still considered one of the best, and so is one of the ones on PlayStation. I think I forget what it's called, but
Mhm.
But most of the modern ones are super hit or miss. 2K 2009 was good, 2014 was good, and 2019 was good. Those are the ones that stuck out as actually being good, while most of the other ones were very mixed.
Mm.
And some were just flat out
Um,
bad.
I see.
So honestly, when it comes to modern wrestling, you never really know if it's gonna hit or miss. Because sometimes they get it right. And 2K19 actually nailed it, and I actually do like that game. It's good.
Have you tried 2K23?
No, I haven't actually gotten any wrestling game after 2K19.
Oh, gotcha. Just asking because one of my friends actually has that game. He actually modded the freaking game. So not only do we have our own fighters in that game that look like us, we get custom music for custom, intros for our fighters.
So 2K19 has a really extensive creation list suite.
Mhm.
You can make your own wrestlers. There's like 100 slots. They even give you full material editing, like you're in Blender or something. You can
Yeah,
even
I've seen
import
that.
textures from their website. They have a website. You can upload images to the website. You can
I've
then put
seen
it
that.
into the game and texture your character.
Actually, talking about
Mhm.
go on, finish.
Unfortunately, you can't change the music in 2K19. Unfortunately, at least not
You
without
I was
can't.
mods.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
But
though, yeah.
yeah,
No, finish. I just have something to say when you're done. It's just I'm not sure when you are done.
I
Oh.
was about finished. I was just saying that that's a very extensive list. Like that's like Fallout customization right there.
Gotcha. I was gonna say
Yeah.
I have a game I was gonna bring up that while on the topic of being able to add pictures of like characters you want to add to the game, you could even add like sound clips. Is this other one I'm thinking, and there's a very good
Oh.
chance that none of you have heard of this game. But if any of you have, that's awesome. There was this game on the DSi back then that I used
Hmm.
to have a long time ago called Photo Dojo, where you can create a
That sounds
fighter and
familiar.
head into battle essentially.
I've heard of that one. I didn't have it,
Me
but
too.
I
I've heard
didn't
of
have
it.
it either, but I do know what you're talking about.
Hellraiser, do you know
Yeah.
the game?
Say it again.
Photo Dojo.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it was a game on the DSi back then that I had. I had beat. I mean, there wasn't much to beat. You just like add. You just add your 8 fighters or all of your custom fighters that you want to add by like taking pictures with the DSi camera. Um, and then you could also add voice clips for all of them. And then once you did that, I mean, the only thing to beat is if you wanted to do with the 100. There was like a mode where you can like face 100 enemies or whatever, and like the final boss is like one giant enemy, but essentially you could fight through all the enemies or whatever, and you'd have to beat up 100 of them, 100. And
Oh.
honestly, I beat that a few times, but there wasn't much replay value to the game itself besides if you wanted to delete a character and make a new one.
So basically a
Hunter
gauntlet of
Man
fights.
Melee.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Yes.
play 2 players with
Multi-man.
other friends. If I recall correctly, I might be remembering this wrong, but I think I have a vague memory of like playing two players, but while on the same 3DS, and one of you had held one side and the other held the other side, and I think it was really weird. But
Mm,
yeah,
interesting. I only mentioned
That's
really
crazy.
the WWE 2K23 because yeah, my friend actually went the extra mile to mod the game to add music that didn't exist in the game and a whole bunch of other characters. It was pretty dumb.
Yeah,
There,
music was always the one thing they were lacking in those suites, even though they usually had everything else.
yeah, in
mm-hmm.
this case, well, I shared a little clip from TikTok showing all of our entrances, and the last one is hilarious. Like,
Uh-huh.
And I remember, I think you showed me that before.
it's so
Um,
dumb. It's so
yeah, I
dumb.
remember all these weird meme videos people used to make for 2K19 where they just like import like different video game characters into the game, like Eggman and Lord Crump.
Uh-huh.
It like actually works.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that little clip I shared on chat, yeah, that's kind of what we look like in real life, or as close as my friend could get to it.
Were you actually okay with showing what you look like in that?
I mean, it's a 3D character. It's not literally my
Uh,
photo. It's okay, and everyone else already shows their faces in webcam. So yeah, none of it
I
is
guess
a
it's
secret
true. Like I
anymore.
remember when I tried making a character who looks like me in 2K19, but like I made some differences so that I looked a little flashier than I usually do, and it still doesn't look like me. Like it just kinda does, like sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotcha. So what's your stream schedule like?
Hmm.
you try that you said just whenever you have free time, or is there like a consistent time like you try to
Uh,
aim for most of the time?
yeah, I do have a schedule. I try to aim for basically Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Hmm.
But usually Fridays becomes weekend because stuff happens on Fridays all the time. But usually it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays or weekends. About and
7-ish,
yeah,
seven,
and
eight,
the
or
time
yeah.
though, time wise, I was about to say is 7 o'clock. Well, more like 19 CST, Central Standard Time, except keep in mind in Mexico, we no longer do the daylight savings. So that will be for you, I think,
Well, I
six
really wish we
o'clock.
didn't use the daylight savings either. It's so stupid.
Oh, things will be so much
It's
easier,
like,
won't
oh,
they?
looks like we're an hour behind. Oh wait, no, now we're an hour ahead. It makes total sense.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
So,
yeah, no, we don't make sense of some of the decisions we make. Like, doesn't the whole world use like what is it, the metric system, and we don't?
Yeah, we
oh,
use
that's true.
Imperial.
Like
Basically,
I actually taught myself. I literally taught myself the metric system so that when I at least talk to people from different countries using the metric system, I know how to say it that way too, instead of just like only knowing it our way.
oh, that's
Yeah, so instead
awesome.
of
That's actually
saying
awesome.
like 3'3", you'd be saying you're 100 centimeters.
I'm 181 centimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I can actually
see.
understand, imagine.
Yeah,
That one I
yeah.
do relate to. So basically, and this is a personal pet peeve of mine. Like, yeah, basically, as of 2025, yeah, the United States of America, I think, is the only country using imperial still.
Yeah, it's
And but the
We do a
thing
lot of
is,
dumb
uh
things.
the conversations I've seen online, and I know I need to take those with a grain of salt because online people are like, how many people spend their time talking about this kind of stuff, right? So we're basically only witnessing a tiny minority of those who do. But I've seen like arguments saying like, but Imperial is more relatable than Metric and it's more intuitive. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's
For which
not.
thing? Wait. For which thing?
Imperial. That's like
Well,
I've seen some
like
people
the entire
arguing that,
system?
yeah, like I've
Like
seen people arguing for Imperial, saying that it's more intuitive than metric, and I'm like, It's not.
Nah. The only thing I'd argue, the only thing I'd argue, I grew up with Imperial, and
I
the
grew
only
up with
system
it.
I'd argue,
Go on, Tony. I think we're gonna say the same thing, anyways.
I was gonna say, I grew up with Imperial, but the only instance where Imperial is more natural debate is literally just temperature.
Yeah.
And even then, I just
I
cannot relate to Fahrenheit. Like you say a temperature in Fahrenheit, I'm like, what is that?
I'm
See,
too used
now
to the Imperial system. I've grown up with it, so I kind of just do it out of habit.
I
So,
know. It's
but
what we're
I,
used to,
I,
basically.
I learned how to read Celsius at least, but I grew up also with the metric system because I lived in Mexico.
I mean,
Oh, gotcha.
right now outside it's around it's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which if I wanted to tell Zool in Celsius, it would be around like 25, 26 degrees Celsius right now. So
That's funny. That's exactly the same temperature I have here, 26 Celsius.
oh, that's
But
yeah.
way
So like
drier.
the only reason I understand how to use Celsius and centimeters and uh kilometers and all that kind of stuff is because like I forced myself to learn it because I'm like, why didn't they teach me this in school? Like they should have taught me how to use the other
Oh,
system, you know? Like they don't teach it to us in school.
they didn't?
Which
That's
is
crazy. Because
no.
they
They did
actually
for
tried to
me.
teach us Imperial to us. We never used it, but we were still taught the conversions.
See,
They
I,
didn't really teach us to use metric, but they did teach us how to convert to it.
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
because no, see, like if you're living in the USA, I think we're one of 3 countries that uses the imperial system.
Or the
One
other
of them
two.
no longer
Metric
does.
metric is like way more useful and practical in real life.
I think NASA still uses it.
I
Like
mean, there's
even
still
inside
certain
the
things
US.
there are still things I refuse to change. Like I'm still gonna tell time in Imperial, and I'm still gonna tell weight in Imperial. But that's
Wait, time in Imperial? What do you mean? What do you mean time in
Yeah.
Imperial?
well,
What
I
would
mean,
metric time look like, actually?
well, it'll be like milliseconds and then seconds. You know what I mean? Like it's like 1,000, and then there's a tenth, and then there's 100. You know how everything in metric goes by tens.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that
Okay.
only
So
But
applies
then,
to
but then
seconds.
there, yeah, it's weird because when it comes to like an hour, it's like, oh, it's not 10, it's 60 now.
Yeah, but like no one uses, no one is going to, no one is going to be using that. Like even in metric countries, we still use seconds, minutes, hours.
I
Like,
guess that's like the
yeah, no.
exception where the math is different. Um,
and it's not
but for
really
like
imperial.
everything else,
If
like
anything,
weights and distance and like all these things, are like usually like a tenth of everything.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's because it's not even imperial. Like, time is not imperial. It's more like Babylonian, if anything.
Yeah, no, it's like time because that's what I thought. I'm like, I thought time wasn't imperial or metric, strictly speaking.
Exactly.
Babylonian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's probably where it came from.
yeah, in that region, was Mesopotamia. They actually used a base 60 counting system, and guess what?
Oh, that,
1
that
hour,
explains a
60
lot.
minutes.
Yeah, but
And
I
before
think the
that, people
reason
use sundials.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
I think the reason. Sorry, you go, Fujul.
oh no, sorry, I was done. Yes, reacting.
Uh,
Go
I
on.
think the reason base 10 is like so easy to learn is because we have 10 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can count to
Yeah, makes sense.
1024 though. You can count to 1024 in binary though with your fingers.
You can actually count in base 12 with your fingers too. You just use your
That's
knuckles
crazy.
instead, or your phalanxes.
Do you know what's weird about
Honestly,
1024?
Hmm?
what?
Apparently, this is actually a misconception of what people have, but people think that like a gig is 1,000 megabytes, but it's technically 1,024 megabytes.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. And
It's
don't
just
get me
weird how
started.
it works like that.
And don't get me started when telecom companies try to sell you on megabits.
or things that just lie to me, like they said my computer was 2 terabytes, but it's only 1.81 terabytes. I'm like, you lied to me.
You know, Tony,
Exactly.
Hellraiser, you know what I didn't think about?
What?
Should I commission someone to make a theme song for our podcast?
Probably.
Oh.
That'd be sick as hell.
Like, imagine just
And just
imagine just having like a and maybe like even make like some custom like sound effects and stuff during the streams, or just like other things like, I don't know,
All right.
being able to like bring up like effects or other things like during the podcast. I should probably look into that. Maybe even see if like
Maybe I
Discord
can look.
even has some tools and stuff besides also
I don't
Streamlabs that
know
I
if
use.
I don't know how
Oh,
much I can do, but maybe if I look into FL Studio, I might be able to do something.
No, I might no offense, Jared, but I might commission someone else to do it.
All right, I've got so many other things to do anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I think I can add some stuff to this.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. Any closing statements of anyone? I think we got a little bit sidetracked, but we did hear about kind of some of the stuff that Zool
It,
likes to do here. Besides, like, I mean, it was a good
Mhm.
talk. I mean, besides like hearing about like besides hearing what kind of like content he does on his Twitch streams, or
Yeah.
like hearing his schedule a bit, we did get to hear about like what kind of video games he likes to play, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I
funny
only
how we didn't have a Splatoon's tangent.
We did a little bit,
You know,
but yeah.
just at the beginning, and I forgot to mention, it's funny how I actually met Golden Gem Games and doing the Mario Kart 64 stuff. I'm also
Yeah.
involved in that stuff. I started doing. I actually tried doing a track. It kind of works, yeah. I showed that in the community and stuff. But
I know.
eventually, I started to focus more on the sound aspect of the game, trying to figure out how that works.
Yeah, he got into sound effect modding. It's a
Yeah,
whole rabbit hole.
it's terrible. It's just because we don't have the tools, really. You have to
But
do
he's gotten
everything
some really
manually.
good progress, though. Me and Zool have both looked into the sound engine. I've looked more into music. He looked more into sound effects. And we
Yeah.
discovered a lot about how the N64 works over the years.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this: if I were to
Hmm.
send you my N64
Hmm.
to a professional, could someone like customize like the shell for me, like change out the shell to something different, or no?
Oh,
I think
there
so.
are actually places where you can buy custom shells for your N64
And they
in
you can
whatever
send it
color
in,
you want.
and they do it for you,
I don't know if they do it for
or if
you,
they just
but
send
you
you
can
the
buy the
shells.
shells. They send you the shells.
Oh,
Mexi,
okay.
Me- Mexi, don't worry. Replacing the shell's not that hard. I think you only unscrew 4 screws.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
gotcha.
The console's not hard to take apart. It's not constructed that complex.
It doesn't have a disc
I've seen
reader.
crazy things people have done with like modding a GameCube before, like adding RGB to like the inside of the ports or stuff like that, so that it's like glowing in like purple or orange or stuff like it. It's wild.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
those people
crazy.
are. I wouldn't understand how to do stuff like that.
I
Yeah.
would, and I know it's not easy. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
Yeah.
it's pretty nuts.
Um, Only closing thought I have off the top of my head is just yeah, no, I think with what we talked about, we have a lot of Kukui gamer potential content. Like, you know how Zool likes Smart 64, maybe he could teach us like speed running tricks or something. I don't know.
For
Oh, I
sure.
would love to do that. I would love to do that. If you guys are up for that,
Once
I
Yeah.
would love to have a Soul teaches the Kukui gamers how to speedrun Mario 64.
Oh, that'd be
once he
awesome.
gets good
Yeah.
at staircase skip, he could do 0 star.
Oh my goodness. I can't even do that on my own. Imagine. I
Yeah,
need save states for that crap.
Dude,
Yeah.
the only BLJ I can remember doing is just the 50-star door because it's easy, and the
Yeah, it
endless
is
stairs
easy.
one. I can do the endless stairs one, I think.
It's the easiest
Yeah,
one.
those two are easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all as I know I can do off the top of my head.
I have good news for you then, Hellraiser. If you know how to do those two, you can do 16 star. The rest is pretty easy
Okay.
to learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because holy shit, man, 8 star door skip is insane.
That sounds
Um,
awesome.
and
Yeah.
don't worry, guys. I can get you all hooked up. Don't worry.
Gotcha. For um so yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna be ending the podcast here. I do have to go over to my new place to pick up the keys here in a sec. But it was
All
fun
right.
talking to all of you. I will be putting the links for everyone's channels, including Zool's channels, at the top
Thank you.
on my the description area of the stream over here, so you guys will be able to see all that information and stuff. So if any of you guys want to watch some of his content, you can follow him on or subscribe to him on Twitch. It's also an option, right?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So you guys
I
can
think they call it a
subscribe to
Thank
follow.
you.
I
Thank you
think.
so much.
Yep. So if you guys want to check out MTZuul on Twitch, you should go do that. He does amazing stuff.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And
No
it was a pleasure
problem.
to be here. Thank you for inviting me again.
Yeah, of course. We loved having you.
Of course.